At last, the real rallying could begin. The treacherous, challenging and ever-changing gravel surfaces of the Longmore Forest lay in wait. Claudio Piazzamuso and Janine Labaskachny are leading Class N3 for the first time this year in their Sasol Toyota Runx from John and Douglas Williams in their Gajima AST Runx. Chris de Witt and Patrick Yende are third in the total Runx after a spin in the first stage. Rodney Versace and Carolyn Swan are way down in the other total Toyota after a throttle cable came loose in stage 1, dropping 47 seconds to the class leaders, and they have their work cut out to climb back into contention for class honours. Racing while looking into the sun is a tough proposition, almost like driving blind actually. Michael Houghton and Bryn Doherty led Class A5 in their Motorola Toyota Taz from Dolph Coetzee and Megan Stowe. Coetzee had 2 punctures in open sections on the first day, while Etienne Malherbe and Henny Boertes are breathing down their necks just 11 seconds further back. We caught up with Enzo Keen during a quick 15-minute service break.
So it's good to get back on the gravel where the real rally starts in the Longmore Forest, and I think it's the heart of the Volkswagen Rally. And well, there's nothing in it. Yanni's leading by 1 second, so I think as we said, it's going to be, the rally will be won by the guy with the least flat tires, because there's not much difference in all of our times in the front.
What's it like at the head of the A7 fight?
Yeah, well, at this stage we're a bit in front. We're about 15 seconds in front of Charles, depending on what he did in this stage. We just behind the three S2000s, but Johnny Gemmell is busy catching us, so we're only 4 in front of him still.
And what does Charles Wilken think of Fecken's time so far?
We started off and the pace is quite hot, and we were hanging on nicely until the last stage. I mean, we lost a bit of time against Ergen. The sun was right in our eyes, and you know, I couldn't see, and I was just overcautious. You know, I just didn't want to take any chances. So the rally is still long, so we'll see what's going to happen from here on in. A few of the corners actually caught us almost sleeping, because there was quite a lot of mud inside the forest. So yeah, it's tricky, you know. And like I said, with the sun like in your eyes, I mean, you just can't see where you're going, you know. And you're not on pace now, so you're trying to spot the road, but you can't see, so it's difficult.
Why is Jean-Pierre Damso off the pace?
Yeah, it looks like I'm getting left behind at the moment. We haven't found our rhythm yet. And it's best we get into a rhythm quickly, because they're leaving us behind.
After the break, there's more Volkswagen Rally action coming up. In the beautiful Longmore Forest for more Volkswagen Rally action, with Rough Roads the order of the day. Against the beautiful tree-lined mountains of Stage 6, Jan Habig sets the second fastest time to take the overall lead by just 1 second from Keen and Hodgson. It's Damso and Paisley win their first stage of the event, a timely reminder that the 2 polos don't actually have a monopoly on the leaderboard, even though they're on home soil. In Class N2, Mike Nathan and Graham Hooper have taken their CVT Toyota Corolla into a 30-second lead over Costa Komantarakis and Barry White's similar Dunlop Corolla. Craig Baragwanath and veteran rally driver turned navigator Yanni Keen beat the Mitsubishi of Antonio Barbosa and Kobus Janssen. Aggie Stowe and Jurstein running well down the order, destined to retire with clutch failure after starting the season with back-to-back class wins. It's now 3 retirements for the Polokwane driver. Damso tells us what the roads are like after setting the fastest time.
Yeah, they were quite damp on the, you know, especially this last stage. It was quite a lot of damp. on corners, and the sun is just the wrong time of the day too.
Yeah.
So it's making it a bit difficult to see where you go.
And strategy?
We just have to pace ourselves at the moment and see what's going to happen, basically. So I'm just still looking around.
In the VW Cup, it was all smiles from the new leader.
It's the beginning of the rally. The guys are still trying to find their place. So are we, and things are still tight. There's 1 or 2 seconds here and there, and now we've got a small misfire. It's not bad, but I think the guys will be able to fix it on the service park now. You've got to just be careful, because obviously for most of the stage it's very good grip and dry and a bit dusty, and then suddenly you'll get onto a sweep or a tight corner that's very muddy and very slippery with ditches on the side. So it keeps you awake.
Damso sets another fastest time in stage 7, some 18 seconds faster than Keen could manage. We have our third leader in as many stages, a Toyota driver now with a 10-second lead. Yanni's grin was about to be wiped off his face. We join Chris de Wit in car as he climbs up the leaderboard, passing the stricken number 2 Polo on the side of the road. Habig had indeed become the 11th retirement after only a quarter of the rally mileage, a front suspension failure, wiping out Habig's short-lived lead. In the production car class, Johnny Gemmell and Monty Olivier have jumped into third overall, followed by Richard Bem in his Sasol Lancer Evo 6. Feken continued untroubled at the head of Class A7, now fourth overall, some 79 seconds ahead of Wilken and Houghton, pushing sometimes a little too hard to stay ahead of the chasing pack of N4 cars. Javi van Niekerk and Fernando Rueda settling into a battle of the Lancer Evo 8s, the ESPI car 10 seconds ahead of the Sasol machine. This fight is destined to go down to the final stage. After 7 stages and 3 leaders, the scoreboard had a new look to it. Damso 10 seconds ahead of King, Gemmell chasing hard 1 minute further back, and Feken another 4 seconds in arrears. And one change to the class leaders, Piazza Musa taking over from Williams in N3, Mike Nathan was going superbly in N2, and Skalkberger setting the pace in A6. And what's it like for a circuit racer to be leading the gravel boys?
We went well on the tar. John Williams was about 7 seconds ahead of us. And now we hit the dirt. I don't know what John and Rodney did because they're very far behind, but we've beaten Chris on both stages. 1 second on the first stage and about 18 seconds on the second stage. So for once, when we hit the dirt, we're confident and we seem to be going quite well.
We got a bit of a tough job today. We started on the tar where we were slipping back little bits. Now we're slipping back more on the dirt. So we're not sure what the problem is, and we're just going to keep on trying hard until we get it right.
And why is the championship leader so far behind?
We had a bit of bad luck this morning in the first stage. Our accelerator popped off, so we had to idle through the whole stage, and I think we lost about 45 seconds. So yeah, now we're pushing to try and make up, see what we can do.
The tar went really well this morning, we were just taking it nice and easily, and we got a bit of a gap. And yeah, the first gravel stage going really well, and it was about 1.7k straight, and we just kept going, and we missed the turning, and battled to get the car to turn around again, and we lost a bit of time. And then yeah, the second gravel stage, obviously frustrated, and want to make up the time we lost, and did the same thing again.
Surf's up, well, almost, as the rally heads into a series of 3 night stages, starting with a 1.4 kilometers of tar through the streets of Jeffreys Bay. Surfing was put on the back burner as the beachgoers and holidaymakers lined the streets to see rallying firsthand and up close.